Taurus, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, February 18th to Monday, February 26th, 2018. Now, before I get started, Taurus, I just have two things I want to say. First of all, I have come down with a little bit of a sickness, some sniffles coming in here, so please excuse me if my nose and throat does some weird things throughout this horoscope. Please hang in there with me while that happens. Second of all, I have another webinar that I will be doing this weekend, Saturday, February 24th, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, on the astrology for March 2018, on what's happening, what's coming up. If you are interested in learning more about that, please join me. The link is down below in my description box. Please click on the link to sign up and to reserve your spot. Okay, we're going to talk a lot about, of course, what's going on in March 2018, which is going to be 3 moons, 2 full moons, which doesn't always happen in a month, even though they're happening at the very beginning and end of the month, and 1 new moon. And then we're also going to talk about all these planets moving through Pisces and then through Aries. I think this month is going to be a really good month for overcoming some things from the past that are holding you back and moving forward in a new life, reinventing yourself here, even if you have to chase down some demons in the process in order to get there. Okay, so that's what we are going to talk about at my webinar. If you're interested, again, click the link below in my description box to see me there. Now, for your horoscope for this week, Taurus, what we've got: Mars in Sagittarius being a big thing, and that for you is in your 8th house of changes. Also of endings and beginnings in some way, also big financial investments, and also intimacy comes in, sex, sharing finances and other things with the other people in your life. So I think that's what you're trying to do this week, is to change your life for the better, to do something that it is that you really want, that really resonates with you. Maybe also lots of spending as you're trying to change your life here, and lots of working very intimately with the other people going on. I see a lot of that happening. While you're making some of these changes in your life, I think you're also thinking about other things going on, and that for you is going to have a lot to do where the Sun and Mercury are in your 11th house of goals and dreams and hopes for the future, since the Sun and Mercury both just moved into Pisces earlier this week. So you're not just thinking about how you can change your life, do something that really resonates with you, how you can partner with other people intimately in order to do that. I think you're also trying to figure out how can you change your life and make sure that it will get you to where you want to go, to make sure that you're changing your life in a way that inspires you, that can help you reach some of your goals and dreams, and can help you better associate with the people in your life that you want to associate with. All right, so I think that's what's going on. At the beginning of the week too, I also think that there is that thinking about these changes, I think at the beginning of the week that thinking about these changes for your life and how you can end or begin something is also going to help you here where the North Node is on Tuesday, with Mars making a trine here to the North Node. And that for you is in your 4th house of your home and of your family. So I think any changes that it is that you make to do something more that it is that you want to do in some way, I think is going to help you have a better home life, work better with family, feel better emotionally, find more of that stability in life that it is that you want. It's just a matter of making some changes in your life and making sure that you're making these changes in the right way that can really help you do some things that you want to do, that you're trying to bring together. All right, as you are trying to figure all of this stuff out, I think there's also lots of communication and lots of thinking going on right here where Saturn is, because we do have Mercury in your 11th house in a sextile with Saturn at the very beginning of this week, also around Tuesday, and Saturn is in your 9th house of something new that you have not done before, of traveling, also of studying. So as you are changing your life so that you can feel better on the inside emotionally, feel more comfortable at home with your life, and as you're trying to make sure that these changes in life are going to point you in the right direction, I think there's also a big focus for you on something new, trying to think about something new that you need to do or commit to. Maybe if you're studying something or learning something in some way, I think you're trying to figure out how you can bring all of that together, change your life to do something new, envision your life differently, and allow yourself to really step into some of these changes that it is that you're working on, so that you can feel more comfortable in your life happening. All right, and that is happening at the beginning of the week. Then after that happens on Wednesday and Thursday, there could be some confusion that comes in. That's because on those 2 days, Wednesdays and Thursdays, Venus then will conjunct Neptune right here in your 11th house of your goals, dreams, and hopes for the future. So as you're trying to work everything together to figure out how you need to change your life, to do something new, how to feel comfortable with everything going on, work better with home and family, I think towards the middle of the week you could be a little bit confused about where it is you see your life going, about who it is that you need to associate with. Maybe you thought you knew where you wanted your life to go, what was really important to you, how you envisioned your life, and now it is that you're not sure, that you're actually changing your life and moving forward. With Venus here in a conjunction with Neptune, it of course can have a lot to do with money and with relationships. Maybe you're confused a little bit about money, what kind of money you want or need to support some of your dreams or the people that are with you, and how you interact with people in a way that can really help you do some things that it is that you want to do. If you are patient though through this confusion, if you are compassionate with yourself and others and allow yourself to explore ideas, I think it will help you later on in the week. All right. And that's because later on in the week, what we have on Saturday, very end of this week into next week, is Venus, after it makes a conjunction with Neptune, come into a square here with Mars in your 8th house. And I think what's going on is, after some confusion this week, towards the middle of the week, about your life, about where you see it going, about what you really want to be happy, and after lots of communication, lots of mental activity, figuring it out, I think towards the weekend, you're finally like, you know what, I've thought about this enough. I've thought about it long enough. Time to do things, time to take action, time to start to be more serious and more dedicated and more disciplined about what I want, to make sure it's going in the direction I want it to go in. And I think on Saturday into the weekend, with the Venus in a square here with Mars, you start to take more action to make sure that you're changing your life, and to make sure that you are changing your life for the better, and to make sure that what you're doing, what you're ending or beginning, really can be good with you and really can help you associate with the people you want to associate with. All right. So as for the beginning of the week, you're thinking in the mind about how you can do all that. The end of the week, I think, is when you start to get on top of it, to get a handle on these things, to make sure that you're moving things in the direction that they need to move in, and that you are comfortable with all of these changes, and that they're helping you do some things that it is that you want and need. All right. With a square, it could be a little bit hard. It could be a little bit uncomfortable here, because you're making tons of changes in your life and you just want to live a life that is easier for you and that you like better. But if you can stay on top of these things going on, and if you can do your best to make sure you're making changes in the right way, I think it will help you in the end. I think it's especially going to help you here where Saturn is, because at the end of the week, the sun then is going to come into a sextile with Saturn where Mercury was at the beginning, really helping you over the weekend if you can make the changes in the right ways to get you to where you want to go, to open up some new doors for you, to envision a new life for yourself, to enter into new chapters, meet new groups of people doing something that really, really resonates with you, but needing to not be afraid if things are confusing during the middle of the week, and to keep going and to keep trying to make sure that you can start to maneuver your life in the place you want it to go in. Now, after all that happens on Sunday and into Monday of next week, there could be some confusion again that does come up, because on those days we will have Mercury move into the same spot that Venus was in earlier, into a conjunction with Neptune in your 11th house. So there could again be some confusion towards the very, very end of the week into next week about your life, what you want, about where it's going. But I think this confusion is going to be, I think, a little bit better, a little bit less so than you had earlier in the week. I think what's going on is, as the days go by, you're getting more and more clarity here on your life, on what you want in life, on where you want your life to go. On what's important to you and about how you can do it. And I think as you get more towards the end of the week, you start to understand better what you want and what you need to do, but all of the pieces are not into place yet. And I think you need to not be afraid if all of the pieces are not into place yet, but to just take the clarity that it is that you have, take the answers that it is that you get towards the week and the decisions, and start to move forward on those in the best way that you know how, with what it is you currently have. All right, so that's what I'm going to leave with you there. Now, your card for the week, Taurus, is Judgment upright. This card to me is a big card this week where you're like answering. I normally see this, I mean, this is Judgment, so I think of it like as Judgment Day in the Christian sense, where you are being like asked to like atone for everything that you've done lately and everything that's been happening in your life. And I think if you've been putting in the work, and I think if you've been putting in the effort to change your life for the better, I think this week you're going to start to see things falling into place, really starting to come together here to help you do some things that you need to step into your calling, to feel like you're in the right place. If you haven't been doing the work that you've needed to do, or if things have just been in disarray, I think this week then is a good chance to correct some things you've done wrong in the past, and to do them better, to change some things if you've been doing some things that aren't working or that are hurting you, and to just do an about face. Okay, to turn away from those things, to start to do other things that you need that can help you eventually put your life in the right place. And I think this week is going to give you some of the clarity and some of the answers, even if it doesn't give you all the answers, some of the answers that you need to start to do what needs to be done and create more of the life that it is that you really want, even if it's going to take more time. Okay, so that's what I've got for you this week, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.